works. Bravely we prove in our striving, trudging together each day. Where there's a will, there's a way.
Good morning. I hope you're having a good day. Happy Tuesday. You can thank my grandson for this early morning special. It was probably time for me to get up anyway. Yeah, James Earl Jones, gone. Yeah, he was getting up there, man. It still sucks. So I'm trying some different things, and I know it takes a minute for people to get on. So make sure nobody's here first. Yeah, nobody's quite here yet. So thank you, rewatchers, re-listeners. For some of you, I've been putting these on the podcast also. Turns out I can go live from the podcast. So I may check that out today. Don't know. I've got a couple of things that I've got to get done today. So that's not really on the priority list. I don't even know what I have to get done today. Good stretches. Not like good stretch, man. I think I'm still sick. Now my nose is clogged up again. So I had to go get some tissue. All right. What is proxy? Recovery by proxy. Oh, silly camera. Oh, it came back. Proxy, the authority to represent someone else, especially in voting, a figure that can be used to represent the value of something in calculation. This isn't helping me. Oh, here we are. Okay, a proxy is a person or thing that is acting or being used in the place of someone or something else. That helps. So, replacement. That's what it means. It means we're going to be replacing some bad things with some good things. Yeah, that's what that means. Let's do some introductions. Welcome to Daily Trudge. My name is Dion. Now, I have 17 days left on my Facebook, which should have never happened. If you're here, please say hello, whether you're watching the live or the rewatch. I bet when I'm back on Facebook, it blows up a little bit. I doubt that you'll see the number of people necessarily go up, but the amount of views that we end up having will probably change. I think I need to get a little bit more organized over here. The problem is I need to figure out what I need to be organized about first. Um, really, I'll tell you what I really only have going on. Okay, we have the house going on, the sober living that we're trying to put together, which is kind of on hold at the moment. We're still looking for locations. God's going to give us the right one. I could have put somebody in it yesterday. Um, didn't follow through though. Not that I know of. But then we have the podcast um, and the lives. Um, but what are we? What are we really? Education. I'm just here to share my experience, strength, and hope, and that's what we do is educate. I do that by bringing you different types of people. Um, you know, I asked one guy to do the podcast, and a lot of people were surprised, right? Because he's kind of an asshole. Well, he's not kind of an asshole. He's an asshole, and he's okay with it. But and you know what? Sometimes he gets on my nerves. But you know what? He's helping people. That guy sticks to his fucking guns. And what I like about him is that he's honest. He'll share his frickin' feelings, man. I understand where he's coming from. I understand his frustration in AA. I get it. He's been around for a while. He's kind of earned the right to be a cranky old motherfucker. He's not really that old, though. All right. Anyway, so see, we need variety. We need different things. Do you think I agree with everything everybody says on my podcast? No, but it's not mine. But it's not my podcast. So I don't get to decide. I'm going to agree with them. Why? Because if they're a recovered alcoholic, they did something right, man. We're going to get it out. We're going to get it out. So, podcast. Today I'm going to work on the podcast. Because what I really want to do is send an email to about 20 people all at the same time, just saying, this is what all the bullshit you people are doing. Okay. But I'm not allowed to do that till I talk to my sponsor first. No, that's the rule now for me. Right. So, recovery by proxy. Got some people showing up. Let's redo the definition of proxy here real quick. A proxy is a person or thing that is acting or being used in the place of someone or something else. So replacement is what we're talking about here, right? I'm going to replace my anger with some joy or maybe serenity. My low self-esteem. Okay. Actually, I don't have low self-esteem anymore. I don't. But I don't think highly of myself either. But I don't beat the crap out of myself anymore. So how did I do that? I did esteemable things. And what's an esteemable thing? That means doing things for other people without taking credit or expecting anything in return. That's it. Those are esteemable things. Doing the right thing, even though no one's watching. I don't act any different here than I do. I act a little different by myself. Okay. I talk to myself a lot. I sing a lot. There's usually music going on. I usually have to have music going on. Right. And it helps me because it gets me out of these silly moods, things like that. And I'll listen to certain things. Like when I'm depressed, I listen to depressing songs. I get it the fuck over with. Right. All right. Now, if you're here and you're wondering why maybe chat isn't working or something, you have to be on the app. And I apologize. I just found that out yesterday. Somebody helped me out with that. So I just want to let you know. All right. So we're going to be reading, it's the promises, right? Now, it's sometimes, so I'm actually going to read this part first. I usually save it for last, but I'm going to read it first so that we can get an idea where we're trying to go here. Because it says the promises, but that's not what they're really talking about. Sometimes I think making these amends is going too far. No one should have to humble himself like that. It sucks. It can suck. Or you can have a good attitude. It's not always going to happen, right? However, it is very humbling of myself. However, it is this very humbling of myself that brings me much closer to the sunlight of the Spirit. All right. Now, I don't see myself as necessarily getting closer to the sun because that's going to burn me. But in a way, I am, because the sunlight of the Spirit, I kind of consider the sun. I don't know why. Probably because, vitamin D, things like that. So I'm going to think of this a little bit differently, more like a shadow coming through a very dark window. I mean, a light coming through a very dark window and shining one place in the room, like the bed or where the person is praying. So I'm going to put that image in my head right now to help me with this, right? So anytime I remove something, because I'm going to tell you, I found out for me that I'm the only person blocking me from my higher power. I'm the only person blocking me from the sunlight of the Spirit. It's the decisions that I make. It's my attitude. It's my level of willingness, open-mindedness, and honesty. AA is the only hope I have if I'm going to continue healing and gain a life of happiness, friendship, and harmony. Okay, I feel like that's okay. It can't be the only hope. AA can't be your only hope. I hear what they're saying. They want to give credit. I get it. I understand. I want to too. I love AA. I do. It's more than just saved my life. It's given me a life that's so fucking awesome that I don't want to do anything else. I don't want to. I want to help more people. The thought of a drink does not sound appetizing. It does not sound good to me anymore. Today, right now, it doesn't, right? Because all we have is right now. Catch me at 2 o'clock, I may have a different attitude. Who knows? Who knows what the day is going to bring? All right. Did it say to go to 83? I'm going to check that because sometimes it wants you to read after. Actually, it usually doesn't tell you. It doesn't tell you to do anything. They'll always materialize if we work for them. Okay, so see, it's after on page 84. Are these extravagant promises we think not? They're being fulfilled among us, sometimes quickly, sometimes slowly. I'm going to go back. And I'm going to start with the promises, but I'm going to do what I did with the third step promises the other day, and I'm going to change it to I am me. I'm going to change the pronouns. I want to see, I haven't done it with this one yet, and I want to see how it feels. I want to see how it turns out. If I'm painstaking about this phase of my development, I will be amazed before I'm halfway through. Now, I am of the belief that it is halfway through the steps. Some people believe, but you know what? Neither one's wrong. Because experience is fact. Period. And it might be different for you. Dr. Bob had clearly done the steps, but his relief, his obsession was not relief for quite some time. I don't remember the amount, and I don't want to guess at it. And I believe this because I knew a new freedom and a new happiness in step 4 and 5. So it's things like that that gave me an indicator that it was halfway through the steps. And I don't want to take away any gifts that might be coming by being, oh, I'm not ninth step yet, so those promises aren't for me. That's alcoholic thinking. Those promises are for anyone, alcoholic or not. If you do the work, you will be amazed before you're halfway through. Right? Now, for people that are non-alcoholic, this is good things. For somebody like me, it's imperative. I'm going to know a new freedom and a new happiness. I will not regret the past nor wish to shut the door on it. I will comprehend the word serenity and I will know peace. Yo, Darrow. Good to see you, man. Yesterday was a good day. It's a good day. Thank you, everyone, for number one, being so fucking supportive during this. This is kind of a harder time for me. People are trying to shut me down and stuff. Right? I mean, blah blah. But what's come out of it? Now I'm starting to wonder if God didn't do it, and maybe it wasn't a person. Who knows? All right. No matter how far down the scale I have gone, I will see how my experience can benefit others. The further you've gone down, the further you can go up. The further you've gone down, the more you can actually help people. I'm telling you this. Now I'm going to follow it up. That is not a fucking challenge at all. Okay? Don't go further down the line so you can help more. That's the consequences on that are not, you may not live. You might not live. Steven Tyler says that. And that's why I'm taking it, man. Guy had more sobriety than me went out. The guy I very much respect in this program, I'm not going to bring up his name. Known him for a very, very long time. I've got more sobriety than him now. None of us are. No, there's not an escape. Actually, there is an escape, but the escape isn't an escape. It's more of an acceptance, an awareness. And I get on the train, and it's filled with the right people. I put myself in the middle of the herd when I got here. I needed to be safe and protected for a little bit because I didn't know what I was doing. That feeling of uselessness and self-pity will disappear. Okay? Why? Why will uselessness and self-pity disappear? Unlike some other things like anger, because those are not character defects. Those are the what comes out of a character defect. I will lose for me. I gotta remember. Even if I say we, I mean me. So I'm getting better at that. I will lose interest in selfish things and gain interest in my fellows. Yes, that has certainly happened to me. I'm very interested in my fellows because I now understand every single person in this world is going through something as tough as me. Everyone. Everyone. And there's billions of people in this world. My whole self-seeking will slip away. My whole attitude and outlook upon life will change. And that's true. Okay, don't do a 360, do a 180. But even if somebody says, I did a 360, don't correct them. Don't correct them. You know what they meant. Okay, if you know what somebody meant, don't correct them. I hear this so much. Okay, and why do I bring it up? to remind myself, because I do it quite often. Okay. I do it a lot. It's the whole I will mansplain mansplaining. Fear of people and of economic insecurity will leave us. Did you know that economic insecurity left me before the fear of people? PTSD. I still work with that problem. I do. I have a fear of people sometimes. Okay. Not something that puts a stranglehold on me though. Not like it used to. Now, why did I fear those things? Those were great excuses to drink. Well, you see what those people did to me. Yeah, sometimes I do have to come full circle. See? And if we come, because full circle means something a little different. Full circle now means I'm okay with my past. It means I've done all the work because I don't necessarily believe in a 180. 180 means I'm turning around and walking back the way I came. So I believe in full circle. Thank you. Much better. Much better. I have come full circle in a way. Or that full circle could be a dry drunk. So there's a couple of different ways to look at it, right? Where a 360 just puts you right back where you were. Maybe we should do more like a 250. You know, kind of meet in the middle there. I will intuitively know how to handle situations which used to baffle me. There are some things that still baffle me. You know what I do? I ask other people. That's what I do. I will suddenly realize that God is doing for me what I could not do for myself. Are these extravagant promises? We think not. They're being fulfilled among us, sometimes quickly, sometimes slowly. They always materialize if we work for them. Work. Right? Work. I can hear everybody in the. Why is my phone going fucking crazy? Okay. It's my wife, so it's forgiven. This thought brings us to step 10, which suggests we continue to take personal inventory and continue to set any new mistakes as we go along. Now, this is what we use so that we don't have to do a step 4 again. Okay. Now, that doesn't mean you're not going to do a step 4 again. That's not what that means. But it's not going to be like the first one. Okay. The key is not to cop any new resentments. That's the key. By setting these things right. Okay. The main thing is doing it, at least for me. Okay. My main thing is this. Sorry, that threw me off. I don't even remember what I was talking about now. Thank God. Yeah. It was a basics day, huh? I get like that too. If you ever need anybody, I'm here. We're not all sick on the same day. It doesn't always feel right? Like, because even though, what's the best way to put it? I think I'm going to use respect. Because like my relationship with Daryl, we're on even plane. But in that situation, he's more of the leader because he is my sponsor, if that makes sense. Now, that doesn't mean there's more control or anything else. Right? Just kind of the way I see it. Now, that doesn't mean that I take anybody and put them on a pedestal or anything above me. It just means I'm probably more likely to listen to that person. Yeah, that's what that means. We vigorously, which means always, commence this way of living as we cleaned up the past. That means we don't stick around on step 9. What I do is I work with my sponsees and we do a couple of them together. Okay. And he has any questions at all, that he can contact me. Okay. But by this time, I have taught him how to do a 9th step. I've driven it into his fucking head. Okay. And they're not going to go say sorry. So what does that mean? It means that we can, because you're never done with your 9th step. I sent a message the other day. They're not responding. I don't think that's what it would. Yeah, but it's a mutual respect. There we go. It was mutual that I was looking for. See? There's some people that just know what I'm talking about, and they make my life so much easier. we have entered the world of the spirit. Our next function is to grow in understanding and effectiveness. Wow, this is not an over matter. It should continue for our lifetime. Continue to watch for selfishness, dishonesty, resentment, and fear. I have found that it is dishonesty that goes first when an emotional relapse has happened. Either on dishonesty or anger. Oh, it's just a little white lie. Lying to save somebody else's feelings is lying. Yep, it's codependency, and it is very selfish. It means you don't want to deal with their emotions. I hate it. It drives me nuts when somebody tries to save my feelings. Okay? But we can't do that to people. Now, I'm going to tell you something else. I used to be all about you saving my feelings. That's why I won't do it anymore. Because for me, that'll just lead to manipulation. You give me power over you, I need to pray. I do. Because my brain will start to use that power. Guilt, fear, shame, blame. Oh, yeah. Right? I can't do that. We discuss them when these crop up. I'll continue to watch when these crop up. It doesn't say if, when, because it's going to happen. You're human. I'm human. I make amends all week. All week. I don't know how many amends I've already made this week. I don't keep track of them. I take care of them as I go along. Hell, I may even say something wrong here and make an amends. I'll 10th step it real quick. Here's the main thing. Okay. Now I might get angry. Okay. And I'm allowed to be angry. What I'm not allowed to do is take it out on other people. Okay. Now I might get angry, but where's the progress in that? That I don't owe any amends because I was able to keep my anger in check. That's the progress. Not hurting other people. See, hurt people hurt people. Healed people heal people. You got to continue on with the lines, man. Or you'll just get hurt people. And then that's what you'll get. That's all you'll get. You'll be hurt and you'll continue hurting other people. So be healed. The 10th step is a lot, it seems tame. Okay? But just like in step 6, it separates us. Some people revel in their insanity. I did it. That's how I know. Yep. Feel sorry for me. I'm insane. Okay? And then a good friend of mine, because that's how this all started. So I started going live because of my PTSD. I needed contact. This was before Corona, right? Because I didn't want people to feel alone. I knew there were other people like out there like me. And if I could make them feel a little less lonely, well, then I'd be a little less lonely. Oh, the sound of puking cats. I think all my cats are sick or something. I don't know. I think I have too many cats. Except to do so would injure them or others. Yep. And did you know you're another? You're the other. You're the other. You're another. Just so you know. But what we mean with that is like the person that I sent a message to, okay, is an ex-girlfriend, okay? But this is the kind of ex-girlfriend where you kind of stay friends after. She's just kind of that way. All right. She is remarried to the man that she should be married to. I even told her when we were breaking up, I'm like, you need to marry that guy because that's who you love. I'm telling you that now. They have kids. Okay. I owe her some money. I am not to interfere. I am not to interfere. Okay. They have not written back. And that's okay. That's okay. I tried. That's correct. If making my amend is going to cause more confusion than harmony, then the answer is no. Okay. Now I have some other ex-girlfriends, and I learned my lesson on this. Dion, you ruined my fucking life. I don't want to hear from you. That's how you not do it. Okay. All right. Good talk on that. When these crop up, we ask God to remove them to remove them. We discuss them with someone immediately and make amends quickly if we have harmed anyone. Then we resolutely turn our thoughts to someone we can help. Love and tolerance of others is our code. Maybe you aren't able to do it yet. Maybe it's in a few days. Then let it go. Go help another alcoholic in the meantime. Don't let it ruin your day. This is probably my favorite part of the book. This is where we become recovered alcoholics. Recovered meaning I now have saneness of mind. Now, that doesn't mean my brain isn't still trying to kill me. It still wants the easier, softer way. That's what it wants. That's why I don't make decisions up there all the time. And we have ceased fighting anything or anyone, even alcohol. Okay. Did you know that these are the 10-step promises? These are the 10-step promises. For by this time, sanity will have returned. We will seldom be interested in liquor. If tempted, we recoil from it as from a hot flame. We react sanely and normally, and we'll find that this has happened automatically. That's why I call AA the Karate Kid. One day you're going to get frustrated. Oh, this isn't working. And then God's going to ask you to wax on, and you will intuitively know how to handle the situation which baffled you before, and you'll get it. And you'll get it. You'll have some kind of epiphany. We'll see that our new attitude toward liquor has been given us without any thought or effort on our part. It just comes. That is the miracle of it. We are not fighting it, neither are we avoiding temptation. We feel as though we have been placed in a position of neutrality, safe and protected. I needed that. I needed it. I needed to feel safe for a little while. Okay. But I found out that the only safe space is here. It's the only safe space. Okay? People are human. Okay? We have not even sworn off. Instead, the problem has been removed. It does not exist for us. And here's the main one, I think. We are neither cocky nor are we afraid. That is our experience. That is how we react. So long as we keep in fit spiritual condition. I always have to say that when I'm slow. Always. Or it'll come out spit spiritual condition. I don't know why. See, watch, I'll say it fast. This is how we react so long as we keep it in fit spirit. I did it right, so okay. Yeah. Aha. Yeah. Yep. I would agree. That was I would be, and I agree with it because that's what was going on with me. See, this is why a sponsor, no matter how much time you have, is very important. Because I need that person that I can say, hey, this is going on. You got a minute? Okay. And they know me. They know that situation. Okay. Now, why should it really be 1, 2 people? Okay. Because what I used to do is I used to spread my stuff amongst several people so that none of you knew anything about me. That's why. Then nobody could really truly help me because I wasn't giving you all the information. Okay. Now I have 1 or 2 people that I take this stuff to. Okay. I have my sponsor, Daryl. Okay. I have another closed mouth friend who's in a different 12-step program, drug addiction, right? And they're more professional, but they understand this side. But that's the person that I talk to if I need to debate through something. I have a pastor who understands my spiritual side and the professional side that I do. Right? Yeah. It's just a little mini 4th, 5th, 9th. Sometimes it might just be 4th, 5th. May not own a man. That's the key. That's the real key. That sometimes it says when. So it's gonna happen. All right. This is the way I do it. I anticipate that I'm gonna need to make an amend. I just do. Why not? I'm not above it. I'm not above it. It is easy to let up on the spiritual program of action and rest on our laurels. Yeah. I'm not going to go into that. I explain laurels a lot. We are headed for, I'll just do it real quick. Got it. It doesn't necessarily mean sitting on our ass. It means that we're using yesterday's success for today. Okay. And that means working with other alcoholics. But I need new successes today because I work on a day at a time program. I got to live in the now. There's nothing happening right now. I'm here. That's it. Happiness is living in the now. That's where happiness is at. Happiness is never in the past, nor is it in the future. Happiness can only happen right now. We are headed for trouble if we do, for alcohol is a subtle foe. Foe. It's a foe. It's an enemy. But we're calling it a foe because if we use enemy, that consists of a fight. Yeah. Or because as an alcoholic, I take things to the extreme, right? And I'll even be like, I'll find an excuse to make an amend. I'm an extremist. I did the same thing with my PTSD. Oh, Dion, do you think you have PTSD? No, I didn't go to war. Don't put those guys down. See, I'm denying myself by building somebody else up. This is pride in reverse. Or I may think, well, they did that, so my wrath was justified, and I'm going to need my sponsor or somebody else say, okay, I'm going to repeat this back to you, and I want you to listen. Oh, yeah, okay, yeah, okay. And who am I to think all by myself on what gets to happen and how things are decided? No, it's not my choice. I already made my choice. I love this. We are not cured of alcohol. What we really have is a daily reprieve contingent on the maintenance of our spiritual condition. Okay? On our spiritual condition. There is work involved. I am not of the belief that recovery is the easier, softer way. I don't believe that. If it was the easier, softer way, I wouldn't need you. Now, I'm not saying drinking was easy, but I sure didn't have to do all this work. But I don't mind the hard way now. I don't mind the harder way. I enjoy it, actually, because I have a good attitude. I learn more the harder way. I fail a lot. It's part of, but I'm grateful for my failures because I learn. Now, I don't seek failure. Okay. I just try a lot of things. If it doesn't work, I move on. A lot of people have noticed that. That's why this is going to be sponsored now by the right people. I can tell you now, there's no money involved. They didn't come to me talking money. You come to me talking money. Hey, Dia, I love your stuff. You know, you could really, yeah, thanks. You know, yeah. I'm going to get off the phone with you pretty quick. So I have a daily reprieve contingent. That means based upon. So if I have not been doing any maintenance on my spiritual condition, my daily reprieves are going to be pretty crappy. God can't carry me the whole time, man. I got to do the work. That's the deal. It's just a lot of the work is praying and asking, which really isn't work. Every day is a day when we must carry the vision of God's will into all of our activities. How can I best serve thee? Thy will, not mine. Gotta include that. Be done. These are thoughts which must go with us constantly. We can exercise our willpower along this line all we wish. It is the proper use of the will. Oh my God, they just gave you your willpower back. But it's not a willpower against alcohol. You've been freed of that. Yeah, I'm not necessarily a fan, but it is a part of. And I've learned to accept it as part of the process, right? It's kind of like when I was in sales. Every time I heard a no, that's great. I'm closer to a yes. It's kind of the same thing where, hey, I tried this, okay, and now I can try these things because I'm no longer under the influence of a substance telling me what to do, right? It's a tempered return of my will. Yeah. All right. So recovery by proxy. Again, proxy is a person or thing that is acting or being used in the place of someone or something else. So in this case, God would be our proxy. Footprints in the sand. All right. 45 minutes. Okay, we're good. Thank you, everybody, for being here. I appreciate it. Good, good, cool. Yeah. I do this stuff by feeling. I ask my gut. And so, thanks, God. Good. It helped me, too. It helped me focus on what I need to do today. You know, that's why I like starting these. I like doing these at the beginning of the when I wake up or a little bit after I wake up, because it gives me a better attitude. Yeah. See, I can't come on here acting the fucking fool in front of my friends. So thank you all for being here. I appreciate it. I love you. Peace out.